Welcome, my wonderful listeners. Gather around, dreamers and seekers. Let's weave a tapestry of life, myth, mystery, and that unknown. Pull up that chair, settle in, and prepare to be enlightened and enchanted. Welcome to Coven of Curiosities. So today I'm conjuring up something truly special in my coven. Joining me is a woman whose life is as multifaceted as a crystal ball under a moonlight. She is a wife, a mom, an astrologist, a psychic, and a hairstylist, and a full-time devotee of the strange and unusual. She is the brilliant and bold voice behind the Creepy Shit podcast. I love it. Absolutely love it. Where she first dives headfirst, actually, into haunted histories, forgotten folklore, and essential paranormal knowledge for those beginner weirdos out there. So, just stepping into the shadows and learning. Since launching her podcast in May of 2025, Star has been casting a spell over listeners with her signature blend of wit, wisdom, and spine tingling storytelling, which I've listened and it's phenomenal. Whether she's decoding the stars or brushing up on her ghost stories between hair appointments, Star brings a fierce authenticity to everything she touches. So light those candles, grab your obsidian, and settle in because tonight we're peeling back the veil with someone who doesn't just talk about paranormal, she lives it. Welcome to the Coven, Star.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. That was such an awesome introduction, by the way. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
You're very welcome. I always like to do something very big and special for my guests because you guys are, I feel like every guest is very special. That's why my podcast is a judgment-free zone. I want people to feel comfortable and be able to tell whatever they want to tell on their mind or their experiences or other stories that they've heard. But I always want my guests to feel amazing and feel special because I feel that's very important. So, you had a previous podcast I saw. Yes, for previous. I couldn't find it so I could start listening. So I tried a couple of platforms. So maybe we can share that if it's still going on. If it's not going on, I totally understand because sometimes we change things up. And so
Yeah,
is it still
it is not. I pulled it. It was
okay?
one of those deals where I had felt that I had gone as far as I could with it. And
Gotcha.
I was like, okay, this isn't, it's still my realm because I'm really into astrology and I am a human design practitioner in my own time and do readings for that. And
Okay.
I'm a little bit of the jack of all trades. That's
Yeah.
just, I think that's a Sagittarius as well as a manifesting generator. That's just who we are.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
I decided that it just wasn't where I really wanted to be. And in true Manny Jen fashion, we pivot with no remorse. And I was like, yep, I'm good. I'm done. And I like moved on.
Yeah. I must say, I know that I can't recall if it is that you sent me the friend request or I found you. I don't know which way it happened.
I don't
All I
either.
know is ever since we connected and I went onto your page to check you out and I listened to your very first episode of Creepy Shit Podcast, I was in love with it. I love everything about it. Your wittiness, just like I said, your wit, your wisdom, and how you tell it. Like you're so animated, and I love it. But another thing, too, after us chatting a little bit, we learned that we actually have a lot of things in common
We
besides
do.
paranormal.
Yes, we do.
We,
It's
yeah,
freakish.
it is freakish, right? It's are you my sister in some other
Like some
it's
weird like parallel universe of something where like the ley lines connect. I
yeah,
don't know.
I know, right? Seriously. So, listeners and watchers, so as Star and I have been chit chatting back and forth because she likes my stuff too, and I
Yeah.
love her stuff. Her, you guys got to go check her out. She's got some amazing stories, and the way she tells things, it's great. She giggles like I do. She's got great little things that she says, and she's just phenomenal. But Star and I actually share the same birth date, not the year, but the birth date, close in the
Y-
year,
Yeah.
just the same birthday. We were both born on November 24th in different years. So we're a full-blown Sagittarius,
All the way.
Saggies.
Jupiter rules.
And we're that fire, that flaming fire
Yes.
of red and yellow and orange and all those colors, even sometimes blue and green. It depends
Yes.
on how hot it goes. But yeah, so once we learned, we actually shared a birthday and realized we were a Sagittarius together. It was just, and then being interested in the paranormal world and her being a psychic and I'm clairvoyant and an empath and I practice witchcraft. And so it's just, I don't know, we just connected and you share my stuff. And I actually, I've been bad about sharing things right now because I've been so crazy busy with my job. So I'm going to get back onto that and start sharing people's stuff again. Cause usually I'm really good about sharing others' podcast episodes or information so that people will follow and connect and everything. I just been working 12-hour shifts and I've been like dead for the world.
Oh, for sure.
It's yeah. You're
That'll
like
do it.
my first recording in a bit because I just been so insanely busy. But I had some episodes like already pre-recorded. I'm just
Mhm.
waiting to drop them.
Yes.
So that's
Yeah,
nice.
recording can really come in handy. It really
Yes.
can.
Oh,
It can help a
absolutely.
lot.
Oh, absolutely. So, Star, let's start with this because I am curious because your podcast is, like, I don't know, you keep me entertained, you hold my interest. Like I said, I love your animation. You can hear it in your voice
Mhm.
and how you, and then your videos that you have, your little video clips that you
Mhm.
have on your page. I just giggle and smile. I have to go on just so I can see something of yours because it makes my day and it makes me like, you know what? I love her passion and the joyness that she has. And because I'm the same way, I love doing this. I absolutely
Yeah,
love doing it. It's exciting. And I love meeting new people. And even though it's through video, it's
mhm.
still a chance to chit chat with people.
It is. I
Yeah.
agree with you.
So, what actually sparked your fascination with this paranormal and all this creepy things that we have in our world? And what was your defining like moment or experience that was like, okay, I got to do this?
Okay, so like, are we talking like just in life or with the podcast specifically?
So let's start with what sparked your interest in the paranormal. Let's go into that. And then what made you decide to do Creepy Shit Podcast?
So, fun fact, this goes way back to my childhood. Um,
Okay.
my mom had these playing cards where you would play war
Okay.
like you would with a regular deck of cards, but
Huh.
these were specific cards
Yeah.
and they were the Adams family. So they were Adams family cards that like I
Yeah.
wish she still had because they'd probably be worth something.
Yeah.
And we would sit on the edge of my mom's bed and we would play this. And I'm like, Mom, who are these people? And it's the Adams family. And I'm like, who's the Adams family?
Yeah.
And so that's how I got introduced to the weird. And I was probably about 7 or 8. And
Okay.
then it fell into Beetlejuice. And then
Oh,
it fell
yes.
and then it fell into watching my first horror movie way too young.
Wait,
And
which horror movie was it though?
Halloween 2.
Oh, okay. Mine was Friday the 13th, my
Okay.
first horror film ever as a kid. And it scared the living crap out of me.
And I remember thinking like there's a scene in Halloween where
Yeah.
he like falls off the balcony and he lands in the yard and it's
Yeah.
this outline of his blood or something and I'm like
Yeah.
that's so lame. And I remember being young and thinking it was so stupid. And I'm like, but at the same time, it's one of those things where you could never look away.
Right.
So, and then when it really hit between is when The Craft came out. When The Craft came
Yes.
out,
Yeah.
I think I was about 15, 16. I know I could drive, and someone told me, oh, there's a store like that in our town, right? And I was like, what? And then that's when I didn't even walk, I ran to that store and I started buying books on witchcraft and buying books on
Okay.
like all the Wiccan stuff and just
Yeah.
totally enamored with it and was
Mhm.
so fascinated by it because it's like you hear this stuff all the time when you're in school and all the things and in history and they only give you like this much of it and the
Yeah.
sugar coated candy
Yep.
version of it and I was like, okay, I've got to. I want to learn more about this. Not
Right.
that I necessarily was interested in practicing, But the fact that I was just enamored with the knowledge of it and learning
Yeah.
it. And then it got swept under the rug then for a while, like
Okay.
from my
Okay.
20s to my 30s. Yes,
Okay.
I watched like Adam's Family and any weird, spooky, kooky things that would come out, but I didn't really, I shut the door on myself that way
Mhm.
and
Okay.
just let it go and didn't really, because I'm like, this kind of stuff weirds people out and I don't want to weird people out. And the thing was is I just hadn't found my people yet.
Yeah.
And I I remember a friend of mine like in town here, and this wasn't that long ago. She's, "Do you listen to Morbid?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "What's that?" And she's, "Oh, I'll send you it." She's, "You got to listen to this one episode, blah blah blah." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Okay." She opened me up to that, and I fell down the rabbit hole hard.
So wait, Morbid, this is a podcast?
Yeah, this is a podcast.
Oh, I'm gonna have to check it out.
Oh my gosh.
Is it
Seriously,
good?
oh my gosh, it is so good. It is so good. They have, I don't even know how many episodes they're on right now, but they've got like
Yeah.
over 600 episodes
Oh my
and
God.
they are phenomenal. I deem them as like
Okay.
the godmothers of podcasting goth. Like they
So,
are
so is it
phenomenal.
like ladies or is it a guy
Yep.
and a girl? Oh, it's
Well, it's two
ladies.
girls, and what I
Yeah.
love about them is one of them, and this is what also drew me in, one of them is also a hairstylist. So I'm like, girl,
Okay.
we need to be friends. And yeah, it's just, I remember the first one I listened to was Spooky New Orleans.
Okay.
And I like, the one day, like no joke, I was supposed to go to the gym and I was going to walk like on the treadmill and listen to my podcast. I'm like, screw it. I'm getting coffee and driving through a cemetery. I'm done with this shit.
I love it. Oh my God, I love it.
So
That's awesome.
that was when it all kind of started and
Mhm.
they inspired me. And I don't know, I felt like some weird, like non-direct connectedness of yes, you can do this, and yes, you can be yourself, and just go do it. And
Yeah.
so I did.
Yeah. No, and I give you major props because it's not easy being the host of your own show. I like to have guests on because I like to talk to people. If I could spend hours chit-chatting with someone on the couch, I would talk about all kinds of different things. And that's what caused me to start my podcast because I stopped doing certain things and I was like, God, I got to find something new. And I
Mhm.
love to talk, especially about just so many different subjects in history. I love history, but and I was like, shoot, maybe I should start a podcast. But it was a little scary. I'm not going to lie. For
Totally.
me, it was
Mhm.
scary for me. I was like, oh my God, can I do this? Because I thought maybe I was going to fail. And some people actually thought I would not make it and
Mhm.
not go as far. And I don't have a ton of episodes because I do mine every other week
Sure.
because my schedule just does not allow it to do every week. I just can't. It's too hard with my regular job.
Sure.
But I do my short stories. I got to narrate a few more. I've got some sitting there that I need to narrate. But I usually do an episode and then the next week is like a short story because that's a little more easier. I'm just narrating my story and then posting it so people can listen on the Audible platforms. But no, I think it's amazing that you're because you actually don't even have guests on. You actually
Not
just
yet.
tell
That's about to
stories.
change.
Oh,
Yeah.
yay!
Yep, there'll be some guests coming in the future, so there'll always be
Okay.
a blend between
Okay.
myself and then
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. Excited for you.
Thank you.
So when's the first one that's coming on? You don't have to
Um,
say who.
no, that's okay. We're recording tomorrow.
Okay.
So, and then I'll figure out where I'm going to put it. I do know it'll be a bonus episode. So it'll be
Okay.
another bonus. I've got one out right now, and then
Yes.
this will be one too. And my goal
Okay.
is that once we get into September and October, like mega
Yeah.
spooky season time, I definitely want to have like people on almost every week if I can.
So so you pre-record and you
Mhm.
edit. Do you edit the audibles or
Honestly,
do you leave it raw?
I usually leave it raw
Okay, I like
because
that.
just because I really like when things seem more honest and realistic. And I feel if I constantly cut and edit, I feel like there's going to be something about the flow that's going to end up getting taken away. And then
Gotcha.
it doesn't have the same kind of zest or the same
Yeah.
kind of fire.
Right.
And I'm like,
Okay.
no, I don't want to be boring. I want this to be fun and
Y-
exciting, but yet also knowledgeable and
Right.
all of that too.
Yeah, no, I get that. And that's why when my stuff when because this will be on YouTube.
Mhm.
So this won't be edited when I put it to YouTube. All my YouTube ones are not edited. I don't want
Love
to
it.
edit
Hi,
those.
YouTube.
Hi, followers and listeners and
Right?
watchers. We appreciate you a lot.
Right? You're
Seriously, a
awesome.
lot. Yes, exactly. Because if we didn't have them, we wouldn't be here. You know what I mean?
So true.
So
So
very
true.
true. So in your psychic and astrologist like abilities and stuff, and you are a storyteller, you're an amazing storyteller. How do those gifts intersect when you're exploring the haunted history or the folklore?
So I think one of the things that I want to point out is it's not so much psychic as it goes into more of a
Okay.
human design aspect.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And it's hard because there's no like human design label. And that's a really good question because I haven't for the longest time that other account I
Yeah.
still keep it active and I've changed hands on that I don't know how many times
Okay.
in true fashion of just being a Sagittarius and being again a Manny Gen in human design.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, because it started out, no joke, that whole aspect on that side started out as like yoga and sound
Okay.
meditations.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then it
Okay.
moved into doing human design behind the chair for salon professionals. And now I'm like, you know what? It's just going to be me. It's just going to be me behind the curtain, the thing, and I don't even fully know where I want to go with that yet because
Okay. Gotcha.
I want it to be linked to the fact that it's going to be part of Creepy Shit podcast and that I do
Yeah.
have this other aspect of being able to go into yourself. And I know, like, according to my human design and everything, I am highly intuitive. I am in a mediumship course right now.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. That's
so
awesome.
yeah, so it's like I want it to all come together. I just don't know how that's going to happen yet.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
And that's understandable. You'll find that path or that nick that you're going to want. And then you'll just bloom,
Yep.
just like you already have with Creepy Shit Podcast.
Mhm.
You're
Oh,
at
thank you.
over 600 followers now. You're
Yes.
really booming considering you started in May.
Yes.
That's
Thank you.
freaking
Thank you.
awesome.
And it
So
means so
awesome.
much that like people enjoy it and
Oh, I'm
like you
having a
said, like it
blast listening.
thank you.
It's like you're my part of my weekly routine too. Because
Oh,
I
yay.
listen to your podcast during the week when I'm working. So I have my little routine. I listen to early on Wednesday, my
Mhm.
girl Stacy and my girl Lav. They're two, they work together. They do some amazing stories, true crime, paranormal, all of it. The same kind of stuff we all like. And
Yeah.
then I listen to yours because yours comes on right after theirs. So I
Oh,
just,
yay.
yeah, I just let it play and I just have a blast. I'm working away and I'm listening and I'll have to stop sometimes. I'm like, oh my God. It's like just like, oh my gosh, this is good. I'm such a dork, but I don't care.
Oh no, that's okay. Be a dork. I love dorks.
But yeah, no, you are part of my weekly routine. And it actually helps me when I'm listening to the podcast. It helps me with my work
Oh,
because
good.
even though I'm listening and doing typing, it's like it's actually relaxing for me. It puts me in a different mind state, helps me relax, and just because my job gets very stressful. So it's just
Oh.
like, oh my God, yeah, oh, and I'm like trying to type and I'm like getting all excited about what I'm hearing. It's okay.
Oh, thank you. That's so
Yeah.
nice to hear too. Thank you.
Yes, absolutely. You're very welcome. And I'm a very, well, as a Sag, as we're
Mhm.
very bluntly honest.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm so honest.
Yeah,
But
sometimes to a
uh,
fault.
yeah, exactly. And then yeah, that's you guys are part of my routine every day. So
I
yeah.
love
Uh,
that. Thank you.
so what's the creepiest or most unexplained thing that's ever happened to you personally, if anything has?
Oh my gosh. I've had a few things happen, to be
Yeah.
honest, especially in the first salon I ever worked for. That building, was so old. It was really cool. Massive. The space was just huge, but you could feel the energy in it, especially in the basement. Like the basement was just creepy as all get out, especially in the
Really?
forward rooms,
Yeah.
because those were like massage and facial rooms.
Okay.
And there was one that, like, no joke, if I was downstairs alone, I'm like, I'm not even crossing the threshold. Like, I'm just not.
Really? You
Yeah,
could feel the energy.
could totally feel the energy.
Wow.
And I remember one time I was downstairs. I've had a couple experiences in that place, but the one time I was downstairs and everybody else was like either up on the first landing or the second floor, and all of a sudden the lights went out. And I was in a mood that day. And I'm like, I hope it's okay that I cuss when I say
Yes,
this. I
absolutely.
said, turn on the fucking lights. And like before I even finished the sentence, it turned it on. And I'm like, not funny, Eric. And it wasn't Eric at all. And I'm like, because I
Oh
went
my
to the door,
gosh.
and
Yeah.
normally like you could hear people like run up the stairs, and I never heard
Yeah.
anybody. It was dead quiet. And
Oh, Spirit
I
was
like got
messing
up,
with
I
you
opened
that
up the
day.
door. Yeah, I opened up the door to the break room and nobody was there. And I'm like, okay, I'm done with lunch. And then I went upstairs. But
Funny.
it just, I think I probably scared the ghost if it was a ghost. And I was like, holy cow, she ain't playing.
And she said, turn on the fucking lights. I better do it.
Yeah. So,
That's so funny.
and then I think the one that has always stood out to me more than
Yeah.
anything is the Carl story. That story, like, that was just crazy. I
The
was
Carl story. Do tell.
Yeah, so this is during Earth Month with
Okay.
Aveda, because the salon that I worked for was Aveda, and the salon
Okay.
that I work for now is still Aveda, but I digress. And Earth Month is always a huge deal. And back in the day, this was like early 2000s, I want to say. There was when you used to donate for charities, and then you get a cute little cutout and you put your name on it, and then it shows that you donated. So they were like little blue men that were to contribute to the Great Lakes Foundation for clean water in the Great Lakes, which is a really great charity, by the way.
Yeah.
So they had this one big, huge, like almost life size cling for the window that was of this blue man. And I was like, oh, he needs a name. I'm like, let's name him. And just being the quirky self that I am. And the front desk lady's, sure, why not? What do you want to name him? I'm like, let's call him Carl with a K. And she's, okay, whatever. Hi. And she's, your pedicure's here. I'm like, okay, great. So I go grab my pedicure, I bring her back, get her all set up in the bowl and everything, and she starts crying. And I was like, what is wrong?
What
I'm
the
like, what's
heck?
wrong? I'm like, are you okay? It's just really weird. You were talking out there. And we are here today to celebrate my dad's life. He passed away 1 year ago today. And the funny thing is, his name was Carl with a K. And it
Oh
still gives
my
me goosebumps every time I tell it.
gosh.
And
No
I'm like,
way.
what would even, like, I think back to that so often, like, what even attributed to me wanting to call
Yeah.
him Carl with a K? I have no idea. And it's
That's
just the
so
weirdest thing. It was the weirdest thing and the coolest thing. And I just feel so strongly that somehow he was trying to let me know
yeah.
that he was okay. And I was like, totally. And I just
Well,
felt so bonded with her. And it was just the best pedicure
yeah.
ever. But
So it sounds like to me that he was following her. He follows her. He watches over her.
her, yep.
And obviously she was coming to your place of
Mhm.
business and somehow he probably connected with you in some way that you just didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
And for that to pop into your head and then her dad passed away and that's his name,
Yeah.
K Carl with the K. And
Mhm.
that popped in your that's just yeah, there is a special that's I think he was trying to actually oh, what's the name?
Jack Jack.
Oh, so cute.
Thank
He's
you.
adorbs.
Yeah.
Was he your only pet?
No, I have an archer.
An art oh, what does he look like?
He is an 80-pound mountain cur dog.
Whoa. Oh, okay,
And
a dog.
he's a big boy. It'd be really cool if he was a cat, but
I've
But
never heard of a mountain cur, so I'm not sure of that breed. I've never heard of that before.
he's a mix. He's got a little bit of
Okay.
Dalmatian in him as well as a little bit
Okay.
of Doberman.
Okay, gotcha.
He's a big
Gotcha.
boy, and he's a
Yeah.
good boy. He's
He's
a
like a
good boy.
big bear. Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, that's awesome. That's just an amazing experience that you had there.
He
And
was,
such a high connection, I feel, in my opinion.
yeah,
Like that was definitely a huge sign. Definitely a
yes,
huge sign. So that's
yeah.
awesome. Did you say anything to her?
I just told her, I said, "Oh my gosh, that's just really amazing." I'm like, I don't know how that happened or why that happened, but how
Yeah.
incredibly amazing. And yeah, that just gave me such a good sense of peace. And I was like,
Mhm.
awesome. Then this is exactly where you're supposed to be today.
Yes. So having a podcast, obviously, and being a mom, how do you balance being a mom, a wife, and then diving into this dark and weirder corners of the world that you're in with some of us? How do you balance
Oh,
all that?
that's lots of coffee. Lots of coffee.
Cheers to that.
Um, let's see. That's such a good question. Honestly, it's really when I find any sort of pocket of time, and I'm very structured. I'm very structured in my schedule. I've got everything dialed in to a T,
Mhm.
and I do not like surprises when things suddenly come up and I have to deal with it. I hate that. But yeah, usually like Mondays are my day. I almost do everything I need to do for the day with the podcast right away in the morning. If there's anything, whether that's posting, putting it into Pinterest, doing whatever I got to do. And then the rest of the time, it's like if I have to be at the salon, the plus side is I'm at the salon 3.5 days a week. And
Okay.
and then by the time we get to Friday, it's like it's family time, like no holds barred. And evenings, like evenings are non-negotiable. As soon as I'm done at 5 o'clock at the salon or 6 o'clock, I'm like, nope, it's family time. I've got baths to do. I've got like all the things. And
Yeah.
I will tell you, I do not cook. My poor husband.
Really?
Bless
No cooking, no baking?
Yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. Like everything that I do is like the poor man's version of cooking. Like I am the laziest cook you could ever imagine. A lot of times I am very like, I'll give you a really good example. So instead of getting like a fresh head of lettuce or
Yeah.
like something like that, I get those salads kits and then I
Yep.
add chicken and I add avocado and I'm like, there's our veggie. And then and I'll grab like a thing of croissants and I'll put them in the toaster for 2 seconds. I'm like, done. There's lunch. And
I
it took me
love
all of 10 minutes.
right. I do love to cook and I like to bake, but there are
Oh, I
days
envy
though
you.
I do not like cooking some days. I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't feel like cooking. I'm too tired. I just want to throw something into the microwave actually and just have it be done. Or sometimes what we'll do is what you call it, the chickens, the roasted chickens, the
Yes.
rotisseries.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, those are I'll get one of those, tear it apart, and throw it in the salad,
Yep.
and
Done.
stuff.
And
And sometimes, oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I always say if I somehow, some way miraculously become like Oprah rich, I am having a live-in chef.
I think I would too, actually, even though I do like to cook and bake. But like I said, there's days I just don't want to do anything. But sometimes the stores, at least the stores here, I don't know where it is, how it is where you are, but some of the stores here, they already have chopped up veggies for you. And you
Oh, I
just
love
buy the
that.
package and you just throw those in. You know what I
Nope.
mean? You don't have to spend,
I don't have time for that. Like, I really don't. I just don't have time for that. I am
yeah,
all about convenience. I am a
yeah,
sucker for the easiest, fastest way possible. Let's make it
right.
happen.
Yeah. There's these microwave meals. They're called Kevin's and they're
Okay.
gluten free because I have to have gluten free because I have celiac disease. But
Okay.
they are so good. They have the veggies, they've got the protein or whatever meal, but they're actually not badly priced, but they're really good. And so I'll get those sometimes. I'll stack up and I'll either take them for lunch for work or I'll just throw it in the oven for dinner sometimes when I'm just too tired to cook or anything like that or when it's too hot. when it's too hot in California, because it's been where I'm at in Fallbrook, it can get pretty hot. And so I don't want to have the oven on and trying to cook. Oh no.
Are
So
very much that way here too. Like the humidity where I'm at in Wisconsin,
yeah.
gross.
Right? You're like, ew.
Yes.
You just want to sit in one of the kiddie pools and not
Yes.
move.
We leave the house and we leave our air conditioning, and it's this huge drop off point, and it's like you could cut the humidity with a knife. Like
Oh,
it's just
oh,
awful.
it's gross. So, if you could have a chance to spend a night investigating, I don't know if you've ever been on a paranormal investigation, but if you could investigate any haunted location in the world, where would it be and what would you bring with you to do this paranormal investigation?
Oh, I love this question. Oh my gosh. How do I narrow this down? Like, I have so many that I would love to go to.
Same. It's
Oh,
hard, isn't it?
it so is.
Yeah.
I think the very first one that came to my mind immediately, and that's the one I'm going to go with, is Elizabeth Bathory's Tower. That would be,
Okay.
I would love to
Wow.
explore that.
Here's so you have you heard her story? You know
Oh
her
yeah.
story, right?
Yep.
And real quick before I go into what I'm going to say, what is your thoughts about Miss Elizabeth?
Oh, full on whack job for sure.
Oh,
Like
really?
just
Is okay.
I like
Okay.
the whole bathing of being in blood and stealing women from the village and all of this. Girl, you crazy. Like you are. And to some extent, there is one part of me that's okay, I get it, eternal youth, all of that. Okay. Not really a good way to go about it, especially because she was very much into, I know there was like a higher value to her if they were like pregnant and containing another youthful life. That was another part of it. And I always thought, girl, that's dark. Like that to me, that is dark. So I'd be very interested in staying in her tower, or because she did get locked away there, and I know
Yes.
I'm like, how mad did she really go? Because and I don't know, that I would definitely have like a spirit box, EMF meter, all of that. I would definitely
Mhm.
have that. I don't know, her energy would be
Very strong.
very strong, and I think I'm
Very
gonna need
strong. Very.
cases of black
Yeah.
obsidian
Full on you,
weighing me
bracelets.
down,
I
have a
always wear
vest on.
mine.
Like,
The bra underneath.
yeah, all of
Uh,
it, like head
the
to toe,
reason
black obsidian. But
the
I
reason
would,
why I ask is because I actually did an episode on her.
okay.
And but I looked at her as yes, okay, she made some choices that she actually learned from her husband. Her husband taught her a lot because he was very morbid as well. Okay.
Oh,
And
really? See, and I don't know much about her husband.
he was very controlling. And so she ended up just learning a lot from him. I looked at her though in two different ways. I in my episode, and I had Stacy, my good girlfriend, on, and her and I had a discussion about her. And so Elizabeth, she I found her to be a freaking badass, powerful manipulator of all kinds, not just
100%.
women, but men as well. She had control, and she used that control to benefit her, which when someone is that good to have so much power over people,
Mhm.
even though it's sick, like
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
still to have that ability to say, I want this, go get me that.
Mhm.
And they give it to her
Yeah.
because people were afraid of her. And
Mhm.
but I also then looked at the other side of her too. Was there a disconnect up here?
Right.
Was in her brain? Was there some disconnect? What was her childhood possibly like? I know, I think I touched a little bit on that. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since that episode came out. But I looked at her in two different ways because she was a human. You learn things as you grow up. She learned
Right.
from her husband how to be violent, how to torture. She that and she when someone is exposed to that, and for God only knows how long,
On.
eventually your mind is that's all you know. So
It
that's
becomes
why
your normal.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's why when I talk about history or people in history, I look at both sides. Like, I
Mm.
don't just see her as being a psychotic weirdo or whatever. Look at what's really making her be like this. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Because she, again, she was married. She was a woman, and women back then did not have power. And she
No.
freaking so to
Yeah.
me in my eyes, that was one badass motherfucking bitch right there. Seriously, to have that control back then when
Yeah.
no women were allowed to have control, and she
Mm.
did, people were literally afraid of that woman.
Yeah.
But she got these young women, she brought them in, she pulled them in, she used her charisma, she used whatever she needed to do. Oh, I'll
I wonder if she
groom
was a
you.
Sagittarius.
No,
Yeah.
seriously, no, seriously. Is she? I don't know. I have to look up her birthday again. It's in my episode script. Oh my gosh, that's so funny you said that. But no, that's interesting that you said that. So that's another thing that we have an interest in because I do find her very, and that's why I did an
I do.
episode.
I find her fascinating. I
Yes,
really do.
yes.
And again, I don't know the whole story on her, and I want to do a Halloween episode with her
Okay.
as a topic. So I would love
I'm
to, I
curious.
want to dive
I'll be
into her.
interested to hear what you have to
Yeah,
say. That's
definitely.
awesome. If you get a chance, go way back into my episodes, and
I'm
it's
going
the
to
Elizabeth before. Yeah.
100%.
But yeah, no, it's my girlfriend and I, Stacy, we had a good time talking about her. She's definitely, I would like to do another one about her and
Mhm.
maybe try to do another different way of looking at things. I'm just like that though. That's how my mind works. I try to look at different
All the
avenues. What,
angles.
yes,
Yep.
yep, absolutely. It's not just a straight and narrow.
It
It's
never
never a
is.
straight and narrow for anyone,
Nope.
period. So it would be that tower would be your
That
first
would be
one.
my first pick.
That would be a really I didn't think about that because when I think I go to Transylvania and the Vlad's castle. That's
Okay.
where I would love to investigate. That's like on my bucket list, top of my bucket list.
Right on.
I've always found Vlad, his story, oh, just absolutely also fascinating.
Oh
Like
yeah.
all the stuff that he's been through, and oh my gosh, and the why he became so angry and hateful. Him
Yeah.
and his dad went through a lot. Sorry, we're getting off track, but
No, that's okay. No, I
that's
totally
like,
get it. Because
you
honest to
know,
goodness, like if I had the opportunity and vampires are like as real as possible, like I would totally consider, like if someone said, "Hey,
yeah.
you want to be a vampire?" I'd be like,
Uh-huh.
"Sure."
Yes. Yes. Same. And the fangs
Totally. Like,
going to
do I
bite
get to
you.
do I get to be as hot as the people on True Blood? Because that'd be awesome.
Or Twilight.
Right? Yeah.
I know, right? Oh,
Yes.
to be nice and skinny and this beautiful hair and makeup done all
Right.
the
All
time.
time.
No,
Yeah.
you don't have to do nothing. It just does it automatically.
I would be so in.
So you launched this new podcast in May. What's been the most surprising or rewarding part of so far in your journey so far?
I would definitely say the community, like the paranormal community. I have never felt so truly welcomed and connected. And I have made so many good friends, like already yourself, like all of it. And I'm so grateful to each and every one that listens and that follows and they're interested and they connect with me and want to DM and all of that. That's all I've ever really wanted in anything that
Yeah,
I've tried to pursue. And
right.
to see it really boils down, I think the biggest awakening moment for me is, yeah, it's because it's authentic and that is who I
Mhm.
am. And I haven't
Yep.
embraced that. And now that I am, it's, oh my gosh, it's just the most magnificent world ever to be a part
Yep.
of. And I've been invited to come along on investigations. I've to check out
Okay.
people throw me their like ideas of, hey, you should cover this, or I know
Yeah.
about this and you should go check it out. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that is just the coolest thing ever.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And
Yeah.
then, of course, I always do my best to make sure that I reciprocate,
Yes.
because I really do feel like everybody's supporting everybody, whether you are a fellow podcaster, whether you are a paranormal investigator, whatever your footing is in
Yeah.
this amazing, for lack of a better word, coven of
Right.
paranormal, is the fact that I just can't believe how supportive everybody is and how much
Yeah.
what a close, tight knit community it really is.
Yeah.
And that is just the coolest thing ever to
Yeah.
me. I
Yeah.
love that, and I'm very grateful for it.
No, that's awesome. I've had my good community, and then there's the other side that's not good, unfortunately. So I have been had to be extra careful and stuff since I had started. I'm actually going on a year here
Mhm,
soon. But yeah, I'm super excited. But you do, and no matter what it is, you always got to be careful out there because there
mhm.
is good, and then unfortunately there is ones that take advantage or try to do things to potentially try to make you fail because they want to be the bigger and better, and I'm
Yeah.
not like that. I do this because I just enjoy talking. I
Yep.
enjoy hear people's experiences. I want to share mine,
Yep.
and collaborate and help each other. I'm all
Yep.
about empowering. I'm really big on empowering women because
Mhm.
I feel like we struggle for so many years. We're still struggle.
Oh,
Even now,
yeah.
even in my career, I'm
Mhm.
still struggling trying to, because men always have this tendency, unfortunately, to be in higher positions. And hold on, I have the same amount of experience or more. Why am
Mhm.
I not there? Is
Right.
it because I am a woman? And it does it. It makes you think. So this I do because I do it not just for myself. I do it because, like I said, I like to have a connection with people. I
Mhm.
like to collaborate. I love pinging ideas off of each other. And like you said, people will reach out, hey, what about this story? Or what about that? I love that too. I'm
Yeah.
like, yes, bring it in. Any feedback,
Yes,
constructive criticism is so helpful
it
because
is.
we sometimes I was on a rampage for 2 months of just record. I got so burnt out. I was like, what am I doing? I can't keep doing this. And now, yes, it's great that I have all these episodes that are
Yeah.
still they're sitting waiting to be dropped, but it's still, oh my gosh, I don't want to burn myself out on something that I enjoy so much. It's
Right.
not going to be good. So I'm doing it at my pace and everything. And I have other things that I'm also doing. I'm going to be going on another paranormal investigation here soon with Joy from JJ Paranormal and her husband, Joey. And because we went to the Queen Mary, had a complete blast, got
Mhm.
some amazing responses. They're working on, because she's got her and her husband, they have all the equipment. They
Mhm.
got the cameras, all the whole works. I come with my little phone and she gave me I don't know where it's at, but it's my little REM pod thing she gave me as a gift and everything. But I do it because I want to connect within me. I use my dowsing rods and I let them use my energy to
Mhm.
speak, or if they want to, because not all the time do they. Sometimes
Right.
they're like, just leave me the fuck alone. You're bugging me. But no, I think the podcast, it's up to people on what they want. If they want to get that big and it's a money maker for them, great. That's kudos to you. That's
Right.
what you want. But
Right.
for me, I love just connecting with people. And I've had some great opportunities that came my way. I was in Bold Journey magazine. I got to have a director, a writer, director, and producer of a movie reach out to me and I saw your logo and I had to connect to you. And can
Oh,
we be on your podcast? And I'm like, whoa, okay.
yeah.
I'm like, yes, of course. Like, absolutely. And I loved her movie. It's The Haunting of Hollywood. And it's freaking phenomenal. It's on Amazon now.
Okay.
And check out, I did an episode with them. We recorded and we had a great time. The main actress was on the episode as well. And I'm telling you what, it was the most amazing time. And I thought it was such an honor for her to reach out to me and be on my podcast. And then I had some followers. I was 700, 800 followers. Now I'm a little over 1,000, but to be picked just because of my logo, I
Yeah.
was just blown away. Like I felt just, oh, so warm-hearted and
Right.
just so, oh my God, yes, I felt this little, but I at the same time, it was just, it was amazing. So
So cool.
just keep going and connecting. I'll give you some point. Send you some people your way too if you're interested. I don't mind seeing people
I'm the
grow,
same way.
and I've got some pretty awesome freaking people now that I've known for a year now since I've
Mhm.
started. And I'm telling you what, they've gotten bigger or they're in the same vicinity as I am. But I will definitely share some of the people, and so that you can have them on if you choose to have them on.
I would
But
love it.
these people are just absolutely amazing, and I adore them dearly. All right. So when you are working away and stuff like that. And as a hairstylist, your customers come in and they like to talk, right? Do
Yep.
you ever get into talking about paranormal, and do you ever get skeptics in your chair when you're hairstyling? And how does those conversations go when you're talking about the psychic or the psychic, or the how you handle
Yep.
your psychic, and then any type of paranormal experiences? Does that kind of get into play when you're
It
styling hair?
it does. It's one of those things where it's I don't know about you, but I feel like I'm a very good reader of people. Like,
Yes.
know thy audience. There are
Yes.
people that sit in my chair and I'm like, I would never have a paranormal discussion with them whatsoever. And
Yeah.
then there are people that I'm like, so do you believe in spooky shit and stuff? Like, and then they open the can of worms.
Yep, yep.
And there are some where there's a few of my people that are like loyal clients to me that I have tapped the can a little bit, and they have opened up and told me things that have happened to them, and I'm like, I
Oh,
love it, spill. Like, I want to hear it all,
like
yes. And then there are some that are like, i've never had I've never had anyone be negative about it. I've never
okay.
had anybody who's been like, I don't believe that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, never had
yeah.
anybody do that.
Okay.
But I've had people who are like, where you can tell they're the non-confrontational type, and they'll say, "Oh, that's interesting," and I'm like, "Okay, let's not talk about it." Like, it's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I won't push you. I'm not that way.
No, exactly.
And then it
So
usually
what's,
leads
oh, go
into, so
ahead.
how's your dog?
How's your cat? So what's the one essential paranormal knowledge that you can think of for every beginner weirdo, as you say? I love that, by the way.
Yes.
Should know before they start diving
I
in
think
your
one of
opinion.
the big things is to, even if you are a believer, make sure that you get it all the angles. Like you were saying before with the Elizabeth story, I do think that's really important. Make sure that there's rational things that you can either check off and be like, okay, nope, that doesn't apply, or yes, it does, because there's nothing worse. I always, it drives me crazy when I see stuff online and it's clearly fake, but there's so many out there yet that don't know the ins and outs of how that could actually happen,
Yeah,
that they believe it and they want to believe it because we want to be believers. And I always say, just weed out all the possibilities before you are so set on the fact that it's true. That's a big one. I
oh
think
yeah,
the other thing is, make sure you, if you are going to go explore anything, make sure that you are, one, not alone. Even if you think, oh, it'll be fine, this isn't that scary looking. No, don't, nope, nope. Just make sure you have someone with you,
yeah,
and whether they don't go in with you or not, just knowing that they know where you are and they can get
yeah.
to you if they need to. And always carry black obsidian, maybe a little pinch of salt too.
Always do.
Yeah.
Always. Never leave. I don't ever take it off.
Yeah.
Ever take it off. Now I love my obsidian. It's one of my favorites,
Yeah.
all-time favorites. So with your podcast, and even though you started in May, like where would you like to see yourself and your podcast go? Are you trying to be big and like famous like some of the podcasters out there, or are you just trying to like just enjoy the ride?
I'm not interested in the bigger things, but I guess it's one of those things too where it's, man, that's a lot of pressure. Like, I don't know if I want that kind of pressure, but I know that I would really love to get involved with different paranormal conventions and be at different paranormal conventions to do
Yeah.
panels or to do stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, I would love to do that.
Okay.
But beyond that, if I've got listeners and they're happy and I can stay connected, because I'll be honest, that's one of
Yes.
my biggest fears is almost becoming too big and then I can't connect with everybody. And
Yes.
I don't
Yeah.
like that idea.
Yeah.
I want to be somewhere like in that happy medium of it
Okay.
all is
Mm-hmm.
really my goal. And
Mm-hmm.
I feel like with the way things are going, I'm just so grateful for it. I can't say that enough. I'm a big believer in the attitude of gratitude.
Yep.
And I think it's just really amazing to see this all come together. And it's already gone far beyond what I thought it was going to be. It
Mm-hmm.
totally has. And that is just, oh, thank you, everybody, so much for that. You have no idea. Thank you.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I'm always, when I post, I'm like, hello, my beautiful
Yes,
followers. And
I
I just,
love my fellow wanderers of the weird. I love you.
exactly. But they
My
are.
creepy
They're all
crew.
who's yeah. I love everyone. Thank you so much for everyone. Seriously, for even if you don't listen to my episodes, I'm glad that you're liking my posts or my
Like, even
videos
if you,
or anything.
yeah, like, even if
Yeah.
you don't listen to the podcast, you're still in the world of my community, and that is
Yes.
really cool,
Yeah.
because it's not to say you won't check it out.
Some
It's
point.
just not,
Yeah.
not everybody listens the way we listen. I almost listen more to podcasts than I do to music. Like,
Yeah.
I still
Okay.
listen to music, but, like,
Yeah.
I am almost always on a podcast of some kind listening. So,
Yeah. I've listened to a few, but I have found my favorites because I
totally.
have a connection. I don't know how to explain it. It's just more like the way that they're talking, they're telling their story. Because I'm very animated, as you can see. We both
And
are,
that's why
because
I love
our
you.
no, and that's why I love your videos that you post, and I love hearing your stories on your podcast because your tone of voice changes. You're not just monotone.
Oh, the
Oh my
monotones are
gosh.
hard for me. I
I
can't. And I know they mean, you know
oh
what I mean?
yes.
Like, I know they mean, and they're just trying to tell a story
Yep.
too. But I'm like, it reminds me of like Ben Stein and Bueller. That is what I think of. I'm like, Bueller,
Feeler.
Bueller. No. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like, hey,
know.
I need that
Yes.
high and low. I need that. Get me enticed.
That's the thing too, is I giggle too much anyway. That's why they call me Giggles out there in the world. Because I just do. I'll even laugh at myself sometimes because I
Girl, I
crack
do too.
myself
I'm with
up.
you. I'm funny as fuck. And I
Oh, girl, you got me cracking up when I watch your shit. Oh my God. Oh my God,
Thank you.
that's
I think
me.
I'm just like, there are times when I'm in the kitchen and I'm doing stuff, and my husband's, what's so funny? I'm like, me.
I'll be talking to myself and working, and I'm like, oh, I start laughing, and I'm like, God, I'm good. I'm funny. You to be a stand-up comedian, not.
And honestly, I think that's like really good. I think it's important that we do that. I
Yeah,
really do. There
yeah.
is so
No, I
much
agree.
bullshit going on in the world right now. Like,
Yeah,
overall, like, we gotta laugh. Like,
yeah.
we gotta
We
laugh.
do. We do. So before I ask my last question, or yeah, that I have for you, because we are getting close to that time, have you thought about at all, besides just doing your podcast, you mentioned going on paranormal investigations or being on a panel. Is there anything else that you're interested in that you have thought about that you might want to try to do besides podcasting?
Honestly, no, no, there really isn't. I think it would be really cool to just be able to do podcasting at locations. I think would be
That would
really
be,
cool.
yeah, I
I would
agree
be
to that.
so open to that. I think that would be awesome, especially like
Yeah.
when people do, when they open up, like, okay, like, here's a big one that I would love to
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
Let's say the Winchester House is gonna do like a special event, like, that's
Yes.
outside of the norm, and they want someone there to like podcast or to do stuff.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, I volunteer as tribute.
That actually would be really fun. Just picture both you and I sitting in our desks, like a table or something, with our equipment and chit chatting at the Winchester House. That would be
Right?
awesome to do something like that.
That's
So
so
even a
cool.
collaboration like that, that would be so
Yes.
much fun. Oh my God.
Yes.
Do you think we even would be? I think we would be cracking ourselves up or
I
cracking
know.
each other up. But no, that would be that. And no, I like that idea. I like how you're
Yeah.
thinking there. That would be
Yeah.
an awesome thing to do because there's
It,
all kinds of locations, you
there
know.
are.
And
I
Winchester
would
House is
so
another one that's on my bucket list.
love to go to the Winchester House.
Yeah,
There's so much that seriously, I've spent a lot of time traveling in my past, and the places that I would just give anything to see just within the United States,
yeah,
definitely the Winchester House. I would really love to spend some time in NOLA. I'd really love to go to Salem.
me too.
That
Me
would
too.
just I would love to do those are like three of
New
the biggest.
Orleans is another one that's on my
Yeah,
list.
NOLA, New Orleans.
Yeah.
I want to go to
No,
New Orleans real bad.
oh yeah. Yeah, it's like a pull.
It
It's
is.
like it keeps pulling me, and I like now since I've been to the Queen Mary and I experienced the Queen Mary, which was something wow.
I
Wow.
saw
And
your
I had
content on that, and yeah,
ooh,
that looked really cool. That looked
there
really
was an
cool.
experience that I had down in the engine room because like I said, I opened myself up. I literally was allowing them to use my body to communicate and whatever they needed to do to get through. And there was a portion down there. I talk about it during my YouTube. There's a YouTube post episode on it, and I talk about my experience down there. And it was such a sudden gush of cold coldness that went through me, and I uncontrollably started bawling my head off, and I was fine. I was
Yeah.
totally fine getting down there. I was happy. It was like, oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh. But then I'm like, oh no, okay, I'm feeling. And then I got to that one section and I just started a ugly
Oh.
cry, just bawling. And I was like, like that kind of crying. And Marcus, my man, he was like in front of me and he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, like I wasn't, I was not. And the dead bell was right next to me immediately. Ding, ding. As soon as I
Oh
started
my
crying,
gosh.
it was going off immediately.
Wow. Wow.
It's all on camera. So we're
Yeah.
waiting. Joy and Joy, they're doing their video editing and stuff like that, and they're going to put that all together. They're close to being done because that's a lot of footage they're going through,
Sure.
because that was a whole nighter of stuff that we did. So once she posts that, I cannot wait to actually watch what they caught me doing and stuff like that. It was insane.
That's
It was such an
amazing.
amazing experience though. And it now the Queen Mary keeps calling. I want to go back. I need to go back. I
Definitely.
need to go back. There's
Yep.
so many other parts of the ship we could not get to because it's massive. The
Oh yeah,
place
it's
is
huge.
huge,
Yeah.
gigantic. And but wow, what an amazing, that was my first experience paranormal investigating outside of my home. Because we have a lot of back or and you can't see my backyard because my logo, but in
Yeah.
my backyard, we have a lot of activity back there. A lot. We've even caught Native American ladies coming through. So
Really.
that was, yes, that was something else. Because where we live, it's very old. It's very old land. And yeah, it's been cool. So it is that time to close out the episode. I appreciate you so much coming on. I have enjoyed chit chatting with you so much. And
Hey.
when my clothing line, so I started my own clothing line, Curiosity Couture by Cindy. It's under my Coven of Curiosity LLC. So once I have my prints out and ready to go, because I've got all kinds that are coming, that kind of like in our realm of interests, I'll send you a little something because I got your stickers.
Yay, you
Oh, the
did!
stickers.
Yay!
Yeah, you sent me
Good.
a whole bunch. So I've got some that I gotta post somewhere so that people can see. I gotta do, I have my logo, but I gotta figure out something so I can get people to follow you and to like your page and listen to your podcast. But yes, I got them all. I was like, I
Yay!
love them.
Good.
So now it's okay. Now where I gotta put them.
Yeah.
So I did some quotes for you. Now you can choose to keep quotes or not use them. It's okay. So here's the first one. I don't chase ghosts. They find me. I just give them a mic in a moment.
Oh, I love that.
And then hair by day, hauntings by night. I'll style your bangs and summon your spirit guide.
Oh, I love that too. That's cute.
Folklore is just history that refused to stay dead. And here, or excuse me, and I'm here to tell it. Sorry, I messed that one up.
That's okay.
All right. So if any of my listeners and watchers want to find you, Star, how can they find you?
Best place to go is over on Instagram at creepy_shit_podcast.
And no Facebook page or TikTok yet?
Nope, I'm on Pinterest,
Okay.
but I Instagram is just my preferred platform. So yeah, I'm nowhere else right now.
Okay. I would give it a try on TikTok. My TikTok grew like
Yeah.
that really super fast. I just post videos, my little video clips that I always make and stuff like that. And I couldn't believe how many followers were starting to follow me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And it does feel good knowing that people are liking my content,
Yeah.
even the video clips that I'm doing or sharing my audio clips of my podcast and stuff. It's a thought. It's another way to grow. But all right, my beautiful, wonderful listeners, watchers, and readers. Coven of Curiosities is a judgment free zone. When joining the Coven of Curiosity, your stories and experiences will be heard because they do matter and they are valued. Please rate, follow, and share, for it's time to join the coven and unveil the mysteries of the unknown. If you would like to be a guest or share your story or experience with a cryptid, paranormal, or with an identifying being, or would like to have a short story written by me, your little host, Cindy, aka Giggles, please feel free to reach me and contact me at covenofcuriositypod@gmail.com. You can also find me on Instagram at coven_of_curiosities_podcast_ss. Yes, I own all the underscores except for Star and Sub. We have to share. And you can find me at Threads as well, which is the same as my Instagram. Facebook is Coven of Curiosity Podcast. TikTok is Coven of Curiosity Podcast. So you can listen to my audibles on Spotify, Amazon Music, Audible, Podbean, iHeart, Podcast Addict, Boomplay, Player FM, and Podchaser. So make sure you share with your friends. So everyone, to close this out, remember, embrace the coven, be curious, and explore the eerie while discovering the dark world with little Cindy.